I'm dying. I'm in pain. Lots of pain. Should probably go to the doctor. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is what happens when I have like anything but normal food. Anything that's like seasoned well or something. Oh my god. Oh man. Spicy food. Like good spices, like it tastes so good. I love the way that it tastes, and then just rips my ass a fucking new one when it comes out. Anywho, let's find something to build today because I do not know. Oh, we're gonna build, start the build, or anything. Ah, what is this? All these ads everywhere. Okay, that's pretty. The counterpart to this is something that I've been looking at making for a while now. Well, the offspring of this, which is this right here. I really like the looks of. Love this thing. I wonder if we come here. And then come here.
Hello, guys, and
then mute that because that was probably ear deafening.
You don't feel good, huh?
No, I didn't say that.
You said you need to go to the doctor because you're in so much pain.
Yeah, when I eat spicy food with actual spices in it.
It wasn't spicy.
No, it is spicy. It's got spices in it.
So you need to go to the doctor?
Nope.
Your stomach hurts?
No, it doesn't.
I heard you mumbling in pain, so I had to see what it was about.
Okay. Can you stop?
I'm worried.
Now you're just being annoying.
Your tummy.
Now you're just being annoying.
I need to put more veggies in your diet.
Oi, suka, bleh.
Don't insult me.
Alright. Let's get out of that. Oh, goodness.
Pause,
Alright.
Baka.
Yeah, okay, you're messing with me. Bye.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't
you
ignore your tummy.
even got a...
Oh, black bread!
Get out of here.
We don't have an oven.
Get out of here.
Okay. Taking a Pop-Tart. Oh wait, is that the last Pop-Tart?
No, I got plenty.
You got more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the box. I'm taking a Pop-Tart. Go back to watching my animes.
We could sit here and we can make an AR-15. Oh man. Considering I can make like literally any AR-15 nowadays. Japan, what you got? Yeah, nothing good. Oh, there was a Russian grenade launcher that I saw earlier today. I don't remember the name of it, so now we're gonna have to try to dig through all of these and see if we can find it. Oh, cool. It's a giant drum on the side of this thing. Alright, that's interesting. This is just labeled Balkan. Yeah. Haven't been down this path before. Oh, well. This thing is pretty interesting. I say that because it takes like its own magazine right here, and it's got special blanks right here that they use for it. It's just, yeah, it's super weird. What the heck is this thing? I am... Oh, it doesn't have an overall length. Oh my gosh, I'm so tempted to make this. I mean, partially because it's just a huge tube. But, it'd be so cool. Ba 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 ba. Oh my gosh, it doesn't say how big this thing is. I don't know if I like this end up here, but I mean this is... Dang it. I wish there was an overall length. I bet we could find that in information somewhere else on the internet. This shoulder stock thing is pretty interesting. This is multi-shot? This looks like a M203. Yeah, choose a short both non-lethal shells. Key feature is that it's made mostly of plastic. Okay. Manually operated magazine-fed weapon. Tubular magazine holds 3 rounds and is located above the barrel. Magazine loading gate is located at the top of the receiver. The sliding rifle barrel is located below the receiver. Breech of the weapon is stationary. And for reloading, barrel is moved forward to eject the spent case, then move rearward to load fresh round from magazine above. That's pretty cool. So this is pretty neat too, considering that this here is the magazine tube, and you can basically shoot 3 rounds as long as you can pump this. I like that. That's pretty neat. This is the standard AK undermount, which is partially what I'm looking for, but not entirely. Device D, what a unique name. Hopefully it's pretty cool looking. This is noiseless grenade launcher. Oh, loaded with armor-piercing bullet. What is this thing? That is crazy. So basically it's that all right. That's just so interesting. What the heck? I figured it would be an offshoot of the other one, but this magazine configuration here is, oh my gosh, is there an overall length? Oh, there is. Oh man, I might have to do this. This is just so unique. So I mean, it's a 9mm noiseless cartridge, so the magazine's probably only going to be like 3 studs wide. Does it? Uh, okay, so can we? I think let's make this. Can we look this up? What'd you put it back for?
I just remembered I had mini meats.
Ah. Can we Control C this or Command C this on a Mac? Command V. And then maybe find a how long it would be. This is Reddit, and I don't trust Reddit, but yeah. I feel like this is just taken straight from I mean, this is cool. getting lost in the gun porn. Cool. Anyhow, that was a complete waste of time because what I was looking for is not in there. I was looking for how big this would be considered. I don't particularly know. Also, it almost looks like he's not using a. Oh no, it is. It is. It's just a weird shadow. Let's see if we can find device DM. See if we can find more stuff about this. I'm particularly looking for information on how big the cartridge is, but I'm probably not going to find it. Dang it. Okay, so for now, let's hold off on this and see if we can. Let's continue on in our list of things. See if we might find something else that intrigues us. I mean, this is interesting. It's like a GP30 back here with multiple barrels up here. It's kind of interesting. Unique, but not exactly what we're looking for. That's pretty simple. RPG-16 should be like a more modern RPG-7, basically. Yeah. I'm not. RPGs are basically just rocket propelled grenades. This is a copy of the law, from what I understood. Yeah. Inspired by the law. I don't know exactly how I would do that. Wow, man, that. I thought the RPG-7 was a simple look, but man, RPG-2 is just a tube with a piece of wood over it. Like, this is. I can make this in a couple seconds. I don't know about the grenade, but man, this up here I could. Definitely. RPG-22. You know, the larger the numbers, the more modern it's got to be. Man, so modern that the first picture is a drawing. This almost looks like a law, too. RPG-26. God, these things are like so simple. They're just tubes. Rockets, you know, America's over here with super complicated range-finding javelins. Nah, freaking Russians are just using tubes with rockets on the inside of it. I mean, look at these things. These things are probably as basic as they get. Dang, this thing looks huge. An LAG-12? I don't know what an LAG-12 is. Here's the classic RPG-7. Oh, KSG-12. No, I haven't. I've been thinking about it, but the thing about the KSG-12, just Google search this real quick, since we haven't started anything just yet. if we take a look at the pump here, this portion of the pump wraps over the barrel and then both magazine tubes and goes all the way around, and it slides back and forth, which, you know, more modern techniques that I have been using and adopting lately, that's not that big of a deal. I could definitely do that. It's just I've been kind of holding off on having to do it. I definitely want to do it though because Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 has a version of the KSG, which I really like. There's also the new KSG-25 that just came out, which is the longer barrel version of it. And I don't know, this over time grew on me in terms of design. I just really like it. And then we also now just got, most recently, the KSG-7, which is super cool. I don't know, this thing, I just love the way it looks. Man, I haven't seen the Flat Dark Earth version. This thing looks so alien and futuristic that I really like it. So we've also got this to look into making as well. I love Kel-Tec is by and large one of my most favorite gun manufacturers there is. They just get a really bad name from pretty much everything because they just, like, their first batches of guns are always like bad. They have bad quality control in that first batch, and then there's like recalls and all this other stuff that they have to go through. Unfortunately, a lot of gun companies are like that, but Kel-Tec is kind of just thrown in the most. Oh my goodness. This is a thermobaric grenade launcher? I didn't even know this was a thing. What? Rocket-propelled flamethrower. Bruh, come on. What the heck? How? I would never thought I'd ever see these words together to describe something. Rocket-propelled flamethrower. Oh, Boris, what do you got there? Oh, just don't worry about it. It's just my rocket-propelled flamethrower, you know? You can pick it up anywhere. On the fucking streets, and the sewers, and the metro, just whatever. Just, I don't know. This is just, we're getting the goofy levels of design here. It's pretty cool. I would love to make it. But dang. All these tubes are kind of bothering me. So I have not found what I was looking for originally. But I mean, these are simple. We can do these. I'm thinking about maybe RPG-2, considering how easy that is in terms of looks to make. This thing's huge. Look at this backblast on this thing. Whew. Man, recoilless guns are just so interesting. What the heck? The heck is this guy doing? He's like all the way down there. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's go back to the RPG-2. I mean, come on, look at this thing. This thing is just super easy. This grenade right here, I think AMD 69? Yeah, the gun. Second gun. AMP 69. AMP 69, my bad. Has a grenade that somewhat looks like this. We might take that design to use here. Tempting. Let's oh crap, I don't have that here. That's a pain in my butt. Well, all we gotta do is make sure that the end of this barrel can fit 4x4 stud. So we can definitely do that. Overall length is 615 millimeters. I'm gonna guess that that's just the tube. I think. We'll figure it out when we go. Stud.serial.pl. What did I say? 650, right? Yeah, 650 millimeters. 650. That's 81 studs. That's like not a lot at all. So we just need 8 of these. Have you ever thought about building a Keltec CMR30? That's the carbine version of the PMR30, I believe. I've thought about making a lot of Keltec weapons because, like I said, it's one of my favorite gun manufacturers out there. It's just a lot of their guns have, I think, a good portion of them, so we don't need this anymore. So if we just look up CMR30 real quick, I'll show you a really difficult thing to deal with this. Oh gosh, I love this. This thing looks so cool. Oh, I love this look. This right here on this grip, can we open this and zoom in just a little bit? This ripple pattern right here is just so difficult. Like it can definitely be done. It's just incredibly difficult to do. All the rest of this, I'm not too concerned about making. Because it's pretty simple. It's just this pattern right here. That is pretty worrisome. If we just, we should be able to get out of that. Maybe we should go here, and then look up Lego PMR30, believe. Yeah, Jim made a really good PMR30. That was pretty sweet. I don't think he released instructions for it, but it's a pretty nice look. I think the only thing that I would say that I would personally do differently is for the grip, come through and do a couple more shaping. Now then, of course, he's working with like the most basic possible pieces that he has, so he wouldn't have the joys of Lego Digital Designer like I do. So this is definitely good. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, he doesn't have a tutorial or anything out for this. But this is something that we could... Yeah, using the 1x1 tiles is definitely what I would do. And then getting some jumper plates in there and stuff like that. But again, he's using some real basic pieces and not... He doesn't have access to LED like I do, so... it is what it is. Alright, so to make this RPG-2, even... I mean, this is just... 81 studs is as long as this thing is right here. Because it almost seems like it's not. That's just so interesting. Let's just open this a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking about, all we got to do for this is make sure that a 4x4 fits in the end of it, right? So if we just stick this like right down here, that's where it's got to go. And you know, this tube here is not going to be too much bigger than this, but I'm thinking about to get a perfectly round shape. Excuse me. I was thinking about using these, but a 4x4 is not going to fit here appropriately. Dang it. I should probably look up how long the RPG-7 is and compare it. It's just so like streamlined. Alright, so because this doesn't have I'm not going to say what we needed to have, we're going to custom build a curve now, which is always more complicated than what it seems. So in order to custom make curve, we use brackets and pieces as such. Ain't nobody in particular. So we're just taking, boost these in, boost this here, boost this there, boost this there, boost this here. Take the, oh goodness, and flip it over. Man, you could fit way bigger projectiles in there than just this. Yeah, that's... Oh man, that's gargantuan. While that's a good tube, it is far too big. Time to delete that. Maybe then this. Basically same principle, but using these. Should be big enough. Oh, no. I need to do this instead. Because the distance between here and here is going to be 4 studs. Y'all will see what I mean here in a second. So the distance between here and here is perfectly 4 studs. Between here and here, probably not as much. To the point where it's probably not going to let us put this on the inside of here. But if we could take and do something like put that there, this piece should then fit here. Yes, perfect. Oh, and then yeah, something like that. I am a little concerned about these corners here. A little bit. Thanks. Oh, well, thank you too, Brian. I appreciate that. These corners are going to cut into this. So we need to figure out how we're going to do this. We just, yeah. So no matter how I put that up there, it was going to do something. It's a little lopsided because these aren't true pieces. So let us so if we do that, followed by this, followed by this, to set up a core like that, and when we get to the end, we leave it open. So if we just take input, because you can see how this loads in, this is what actually goes into here. So if we just leave the end of this open for that, we'll be fine. So to do that, we just lay out super long pieces, like so. And then the 4 will actually fit into this fine. Because you can see right here that this is setting everything up. And then over top of this, we place our wonderful pieces. So how we're gonna, how are we going to do this? Let's do that. That. There we go. Okay. So now place these in. like how big of a gap this makes, so we will reduce it by deleting those out. It's a much better looking gap now. There we go. Alright, I like that a lot better. And it's a better looking tube, and a 4x4 also fit through here. So now this red ring can be copied and pasted as we go down, as much as we need it to be. So if we just take and move this down to the end of here, it should be like here-ish. And now we just copy and paste this going all the way down as we go. So, the reason we made this red, and only red, is because we can just copy paste it and go down with it. So we'll do 4, and then Control V, and then do 8, like so. And keep going. Just like this, and when we get to the end, just delete out that. So now we have everything here. None of this is actually connected together, like at all, but we will fix that momentarily. And then for the front here, we'll have to do something like this. And then when it gets down to one before the end of here, delete those out. I think curved tiles have become a little bit more common, so they're not as expensive as they used to be, but probably still slightly expensive. I know, like I said, they're more common. I know a lot of people are using them. All right, so now that we have all of those laid out, we can get rid of that because we don't really need it. And now we can work on, I guess, the more complicated parts of this, which are going to be this piece of wood. I mean, there's really no cone back here in the back. I mean, this kind of looks like it gets bigger in the front by just a little bit. So I think like the first maybe 3 studs worth of this can get to 1 stud bigger. But it's really not too difficult to do. Like I said, though, curved tiles are on like the rise of popularity because they're super useful. They are good for just about everything, and because of that, I think their price is going down because the more quantity that get released in sets and stuff, when people part them out, the less expensive they get. And plus, they are the best for pretty much anything. Like, you can use these for everything, and it just works so well in so many different spots. I'm sure you could also min and max the price of this by figuring out which of these curved tiles is the cheapest piece, cheapest color to buy. I want to say there's probably a version of gray that these come in that's the cheapest, or possibly white. I think it was Big Plains. Either he was saying that white is the most expensive or the least expensive. I do not remember which one he said it was. Because he uses tons of these things to get the perfect circle fuselage of his designs. So this is definitely the barrel over here. Definitely. It's pretty easy to understand. This end is what we just wrapped around. And then there's a sight here and a sight there. But I think we'll work on that like glass. So this piece of wood thing here going on. Man, we're going to have to kind of guesstimate where this ends and begins. Kind of. Cora showed me a pretty cool way to overlap both of these, but I don't really have a good software for this. Let's try. I forgot, this website does not let you save images normally. So let's do that. Let's come over to here and do this, and then hit Command K. And then, yeah, that's fine. We can save it there. Yeah, up here, yeah, but I used 3 instead of, if I did it in like a section of 4 or a section in 2, it would be better. And now I need a photo editor, which I don't think Mac comes with. I think I used Pages last time. Not now, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Downloads. RPG-2. Wait, what am I? I'm in Pages. New document. Why am I trying to open? Yeah, blank is fine. I should have chose blank landscape. Let me choose blank landscape. Please. No, dang it. Okay. View. Oh gosh, I don't know how this thing works. Format. Page. File. Page. Page setup. Boom. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay, let's make this slightly bigger now. Alright, let's insert a... No, where is it? Media? Photos. Oh, crap. How did I do this last time? Insert... Table, chart, text, shape, media, choose. Okay, alright, we're getting closer. RPG-2. Aha, okay. Alright, now then. Okay, we have it here. Alright, now then we're going to insert, choose, and then I think this one went to photos. Albums? Please tell me LDD has one in albums. Crap. Of course they don't. Is there a recent? Oh, gosh. Great. I don't even, is it on the desktop? Documents? Oh my goodness. Let's just do it like this. Hit Command K. Just save this to the desktop. Save screenshot. Alright, back to Pages. Go to desktop. Untitled. There we go. Alright, insert. Boom. Alright, already this is pretty cool because it's already pretty well scaled. But if we just... I mean, this is kind of interesting because this is like almost showing that it's too fat. It is what it is. So if we just put this here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's just do 20 for the sake of simplicity. So the first 20 of these is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This should all be a black when we actually do this, but for now we'll just make it a blue. And then this is where the wood starts. Pages, 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 pages. So that'll be where the wood starts. And then up here, we do this. This is, I mean, I feel like this is kind of wrong because, I mean, clearly this would be like 3 studs worth or maybe 2 studs worth. But I mean, this is slightly oversized, but I guess for this, it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine anyhow. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. So 21 in the front. So if we do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So everything in between that is going to be wood. And then pages. We also have to do this down here in the front as well. So if we come through and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So like 11 is when it starts. So if we switch to a different color. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's about where it starts. And then, pages, jeez. It goes back to basically the wood. So we have, goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 studs worth of room to work with for the firing mechanism. This is about right. Like if this is a 4 stud wide grip with a little bit of curve on the back of it, yeah, it seems about right. All right, well, so let's do the harder of these two things first, which is definitely going to be this grip. So pages, I mean, we really don't need pages anymore, to be honest with you. We can just get rid of this. Just delete. Just straight up delete that. Don't need that garbage. And what else is running down here? Pages, we can quit out of. Finder, we can quit out of. Oh, I guess we can't quit out of Finder. Okay. Alright, so to do this, can we open image, a new tab, and zoom in? That'll help. Alright, so for this, it seems pretty simple. I don't really know of any mechanisms. This looks like some type of safety. I don't really know what's going on here entirely, but basically from okay, we can delete this because we don't need that anymore. From here back, we can all replace with other stuffs. So we'll make it in this color because why not? Is it a 12? It is a 10. And then just put a 4x10 over that. Alright, that's that. So that'll give us the base up here to work with, I'm guessing. So we'll just drop it straight down and then maybe do this little back area here to set that up. I'm thinking. Maybe like one more. Alright, and then do just a little bit of angle coming down off that. Worker 2245. You got a problem with the charging handle? From what I understand, these charging handles are in the back. Are you talking about like the shaping of the charging handle? Which part of the charging handle did you have problems with? Oh, getting it to work then? Oh, I don't know if I'd consider that a tight space. I think if I were to make that, it'd be 3.5 studs wide. Not exactly 4 studs, but 3.5. It would give you a 2 stud wide space to work with for the most part. So I don't know if I would have, like the biggest issues working with that in terms of space constraint. Oh, this. Oh, okay. Hold on. This might change the story. Of course, none of these pictures are going to have the charging handle pulled back, because of why would they? Oop, there we go. Do you mean going down the top of it? Like it'll. Does it kind of look like the magazine then, but from top down? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you. Alright, so if I only had like 2 studs worth of space to work in, I'd do something using 2 knobs, 4 knobs. Probably using something like this piece and then have a smooth plate running down the side of it, like so. So you get that groove in top, because when you get like up towards the front, you can do something like this, and then continue this on further down as you go. But that's complicated stuff. I feel like this should be like further back, and that maybe the piece of wood should go further back. Yeah, I've been using techniques like that for a little while now, for doing like magazines and stuff, like on a wider scale. Cora also came up with a really good one for the CZ Brin 805. If we minimize this stuff, CZ 805, we open this image, you can see that there's rounds on the inside of this. She used basically a technique like that, using bracket pieces incorporated in with it to get a really cool design for us to be able to do something like this for the Brin 805. So that was part of the inspiration for that. It came from that as well. I have something open in preview. Oh, open this, open this. So yeah, you can definitely use stuff like that to kind of help. I mean, I feel like the scale is definitely right. What we just did here, I just feel like it needs to move like further back, and like maybe this wood needs to go further back as well. But we'll make this whole thing modular, so we can just move it anyways. That's why we work in different colors. So it's no big deal if we need to move this later on down the line. Boom. Alright, so just like that, it's like our main body done for the most part. Other than, yeah, let's fix this while we can. We'll move this 6 studs back, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just extend this back just a little bit, because I think it'll look better. I think 6 studs would be a better fit, because I mean, then like this silver part is the green part that we just made right here, and then you've also got this little part that comes out, and plus the trigger guard to fit in there. So I think this overall probably will fit slightly better. Let's make this into the blue. Put this here. Put this here. Put this here. Put this here. Go back to the green, and now put something like this here to do this square block looking thing that just kind of hangs down, and it kind of just hangs down. I think 2 more studs on top of this should be fine. Just like 1. 2, just like that. Because it just kind of hangs down. Nah, maybe just one more. I think what's interesting about this design is that there is no shoulder thing back here. It's just straight grip and then tube. So there's, I mean, I guess there's really no thing that acts against your body, I guess. I mean, I could just imagine it flying out of people's hands or something. Let's save this real quick before I accidentally close out of it. RPG-2 desktop, work in progress version 1. It does slightly look like the Igla though. Man, this trigger is like a super weird trigger. To get that to work requires some ingenuity. Let's put this here, like so, and then do U placed here, like so, followed by U placed there, and then do something. Maybe for now we'll start off with like a 2. Like there. Hide this. That's the silver part, it looks a bit tall. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's take like 2 out of this maybe. This is a 5, so we just need to make these into a 4. Just grab. Wait. Can't do that just yet. Move this down. Alright, now grab. Put it back up. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, much better. Alright, I like that better. That was a good point out on your part. Right, let's grab this piece in here. And just slightly move that backwards. And slide another one of these here. Unhide that. And then do okay. Actually, we'll do. This is probably the better piece to use. And then do something like this. Forgot about this. Oh, I hate when it does that. I'm pretty happy with that. It's good enough for what we need it to be used for. Alright, so down here, I gotta make a trigger guard now. I hate doing like curved sheet metal trigger guards like this because they are just, they never come out the way that you intend them to. Like ever. Alright, so if we do, instead of this, if we do the other one, the bar version, this version, it's better because then we can do some parts management using this piece and this piece to get a smoother look. And then this comes up at an angle, because of course it does. So we do like a 4. Yeah, and then up here where this bar comes down, it'll go in here. Oh crap, alright, this, dang it, this is where it gets complicated because now, oh man. Okay. Now we need to flip to doing right setup building techniques. Maybe. I'm probably not going to like the looks of this. And probably want to change it. If we just, can we put this up like so? Do this. Needs to stick out further. Okay. So this is already a conundrum. Ooh, I know. We can do this piece after we do, no, we'll do the other one after we do one of these. There we go. There we go, big brain time. Just like that. And then we can do one of these. Followed by, okay, no, one of these. And this. Angled straight up, like so. And then please fit where I need you to. Of course. Gotta be a piece of junk. Now fit where I need you to. Okay. Fine then. Like so. I'm not too happy with this transition right here. But I like that there's curves going on, so I think for now that'll be fine. This should go there. Please go. Thank you. And then just take this inwards. Probably won't go here because of the stud. So we'll just put that there. I don't, you know, it'd be really cool In real life, you could adjust this as you needed to fit a bracket in here, one of these, like, ooh, actually, doesn't line up. Dang it. Then you could totally put something like this right here. Dang, it still doesn't fit here, but that's like the kind of idea that I'm having of this. Let's take this here. Yeah. Put it like right there. We'll cover this up a little bit better. Like so. I'm fine with that. Alright, so we're shifting this piece of wood out of the way by 6 studs. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having just all the mess ups. Which means I think back here we should maybe 2 studs? Yeah, let's just go 2 more down here for the wood. No, let's not. Let's not even touch that. I think the wood's fine. Up here, I think from here to there, I think that's fine for wood. Sorry if that's loud or anything. I'm readjusting to get slightly more comfy. So if we just go ahead and make this blue then real quick. Yeah, I think that's fine. On the inside of this, just so that these don't stand out as much as they currently are, let's just make these dark green, forest green, whatever you want to call that. And then on the inside here, there's some screw details going on. We can add those. It'll take us a couple seconds, really. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just take these and flip them in, like so. No big deal. There's one at the top up here. Like I said, shouldn't really be that big of a deal. This is a pretty simple building. I'm not doing anything too complicated in terms of techniques on this. There's like one up here. I mean, I could definitely fit one, but I'm going to purposefully neglect that one because I think this curve there takes precedence, kind of. Like, I could definitely fit it in there, but I don't want to put it in there. And I don't want to say, like, ruin it, because it definitely won't ruin it, but I don't want to... I mean, we could. Because we could do... It's on the curve in this one, but we can make it just above it. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Put it like right in the middle of that using a 1x2 instead. Yeah, that's fine. We can do something like this, and that'll put it closer to the curve so it looks more appropriate. Like so. So let's go ahead and save this real quick. I think that looks fine. So probably, I don't think this is as squat as this should be, but I think it's fine. one more stud coming in would be fine. So if we just, actually we could do that real quick. If we just took and deleted this right here, we could then take this, all of this, just move it one step forward, and that would be boom. So that kind of helps with it, because it's like this real thin, just kind of piece that hangs down. So it doesn't got to be perfect. I was going to make the grip like 4 studs down, because that's basically what this looks like. But then there's this piece that comes out, which is why I wanted to have the 5 studs available to me. But this right here is fine. I'm okay with this. So to fill this in, we're literally not going to do anything special. It's going to be mainly hollow, because I don't build my guns in real life, so I'm not too concerned about this. You can always come back later and modify it to be built in real life, but I don't plan on doing it anytime soon, so. Yeah, just come in and fill this in like so, and now it's a solid piece. For the most part, it's mainly just walls with the opening on the inside of it, but that should be fine. And then on the back here, again, there's this piece here. I wonder if crap. We're gonna have to reset. So just remember 30%. Next out of this. Agreed. Fire shooter had to cock the external hammer. Oh, that's the hammer. Okay, alright, well, I'm glad that I did look for that. Okay, so that's the hammer. Okay, we can also close that out because we don't need that. And then we can zoom in back up to 300%. So this right here is the hammer. Okay, well, I'm glad that we looked that up, because now we're going to make that. Because duh, of course we are. So again, there's like this piece that hangs down. Just turn this upside down. Put this like right here. Should be fine. Like right here. And then we'll just, again, the piece of wood will have to move back by another stud. I don't mind. I don't think that I'm very good with that measuring technique. Put this here, and then put something like this on the sides, just to smooth out this transition just a little bit better, so it doesn't look as jarring. Alright, so now it's a pretty basic hammer design, nothing too fancy going on here, other than where exactly we're going to attach this, because I have no idea. I mean, we have this like perfectly set up on here, but they're facing inwards on one another, which makes things slightly difficult. Can we fit this in here? Please tell me we can fit this in here. Oh gosh, I hate these things because they never do when I need them to. But we could totally fit these. I know for a fact we can fit these. Yes, okay. Perfect. So if we put both of these here, and then set up our hammer based off of that using dang. I guess we could use these pieces. Oh, use these pieces? Oh, yeah. We'll use these pieces. Put that there, like so. Take and put one of these here, like so. Let's just, real quick, come in and color this something different. So that goes there. And then Ooh, yeah, we could do, what color did I use? So we could do this coming up, like so. Because this, I don't imagine they had this cocked when they took the picture of this. So this is probably in the closed position, so it's at a slight angle. So then we can take and do these hanging down to start this angle, right? And then come in and do this coming up here, like this. And then we can do the actual shaping of the hammer part, which I think would look really good if we did something like, I believe I saw this technique used on one of Jim's guns. I think it was a pistol of his. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comments, because I've seen someone else do this before for a beaver tail. No, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Okay. Or we could do something like this. Switch this around real quick. Yeah, it doesn't look right either. Okay, we need like a 45-degree front slope. We need like a cheese wedge version of this, basically. Because I mean, these are great, but they always have that other part attached to them. It does, actually, like the real low-res quality stuff. But man, Modern Firearms, this website, it's my favorite website because it's been one of the longest running websites. It's also Russian based, and because it's Russian based, this guy gets like so many Russian weapons that we would have never seen or never hear of, which I think is really awesome. Because I mean, there's plenty of really, really awesome Russian weapons that we just never get press releases on because they're, I don't want to say they're like a state secret, but it's almost like no one talks about them, which is kind of annoying. Let's just make this trigger tan. While we're at it, we can make, yeah, these bolts can be tan too. That should be fine. It's really no big deal. Yeah, I like this so far. And then we'll get the piece of wood in here soon, and that'll look pretty good too. Because we'll bulk that up just slightly, and it'll give it a nice like two-tone look to it. And then we'll design the grenade portion of this, which is super easy. I already know I'm going to do this pretty much exactly because I did it for the AMP-69. Alright, so for this front grip, there's some texturing on it. If you take a little, like if you can see there's texturing on this. So just to kind of mimic that, I'm going to use the older style of doing this. Let's do a brown by just using these pieces. This doesn't have to be like 400 times more complicated than what it needs to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate these going around. And then we're going to copy and paste all 4 of them. Okay, going down like so to maybe 1 less. Crap, I did not mean to open Discord, because Discord, I downloaded Discord and it says checking for updates, and then it says update failed, retrieving in, and it sits here and it tries and it tries and it tries, but it
never succeeds in finding the update. It is really annoying, and it does it so often, pretty much forever, that I just, like I said, I find it really annoying. Alright, so 1 and 2 of those. So we do one more, I think. And then we should be able to do this, and it should fit a 2 below that trigger guard. Yeah, okay, perfect. Alright, so that's fine. That's just going to be the front, and then we do something like this. There, followed by there. I was afraid of that. Maybe, though, it should hopefully still fit a 2 above it and end relatively smooth is what we're hoping for. Alright, perfect. I'm definitely happy with that. Alright, so now then we're going to put a 3 and close it off using rounded pieces. Just like so. Boom. So that'll be the front. And you can see the bottom of this is rounded relatively simply. Add. So we're just going to take and place this here, like so. We might, yeah, no, I'm okay with that. And then on the back, there's a little bit more of a curve, and then there's that tilt going up. So for the tilt, all I was going to do was just use these pieces and place a whole bunch of them. So if we just come in and very quickly set up a spot that we can actually do this from. Whoa. Put that there, followed by here, one here, and then, like I said, flip these on around. Boom. Alright, so we'll just carry these down now. To maybe right about there should be hopefully okay. We'll see how things go. Alright, so now we just got to set up this angle on the back strap. So I'm thinking it might be like a three long back strap. In terms of angles, 3 might be too sharp. We might have to go with the 2. No, I think that might be fine. Let's delete this out and put another one right here. And then do a 2 here. To close that off. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I'm good with that. So put this here, wrong spot, that there. Put this here, and then just slide some of these in place right here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. This is a Russian super crude weapon. Like, this is like the most bare bones. I mean, they use damn cardboard, for Christ's sake. This piece of cardboard right here has black powder in it. Like, jeez. Black powder, by the way, not gunpowder, but black powder. Unless the author misspoke there, that's pretty primitive in terms of, propellants. Really, honestly, that's pretty basic. Alright, so let's go ahead and rip this whole chunk out of here. Just like so. And now we'll basically make a new version of this, but beefier. And how many sections. Okay, it's not going to matter because we're going to do it in a 2 stub wide section, and if we have to make it longer, we're going to make it longer. That won't be that big of a deal. So if we just very quickly grab this and move it, and then delete these out of our way, because we'll just need new ones anyways. It's no big deal. Oops, wrong thing. Alright, so now switch back to red. We're going to put the what's it called? The heat shield in place. So again, we're going to use these pieces to kind of help smooth out the curve a little bit, because they really do help. And then we'll use these pieces instead of the 1x2 versions. Yeah, I mean, basically, well, there's like 2 schools of thoughts to this, because I think the law is a good US version of this school of process. If you just mass produce these and issue a whole bunch of them, they're going to work, because then you increase your success rates and stuff. And that's pretty basic, right? That's pretty basic odds and statistics. I think they teach that at a relatively young age. That if you just, like I said, increase the amount that you give to people, you'll increase your success rate, whether it be artificially or not. You will increase your success rate. Because, I mean, of course you will, because you've issued more of them to the troops. So, I think that was the main purpose of this. I mean, nowadays things get pretty complicated, because I think militaries are realizing how expensive it is. Because okay, let's go back. The original thing I was going to say, 2 schools of thoughts. Either you get really cheap and mass produce a whole bunch of dummy rounds that don't have any type of guided munition to them, or you get super expensive that do have some type of guide to them, but then you got to make sure that you're not just issuing them kind of willy-nilly to everyone, because then you run the risk of losing some really expensive field equipment while you're out there trying to fight, right? If that makes any sense. Like, if you hand it to some random conscript, if we go back to World War II, if you hand it to a random conscript who has no idea, has never fought like a day in his battle, was just a farmer, basically, and you hand them something like a javelin, they're probably going to lose that in battle because they're die or something. Which is, I mean, obviously not the best of things, because you probably spent a whole bunch of money to get that fielded, and then it was lost on the battlefield, which is just not a good thing. So again, either you make really smart munition and then hope for the best because it's more expensive, or you make dumb munitions really cheap and you can mass produce them. Again, M27 law that we used in Vietnam, I think followed the same principle, because they were throwaway. You literally used it and then dumped it. You just dropped it and then went back to fighting. Whatever you were doing, basically. Stabilizing fins look like folded sheet metal tacked onto the rocket. These are spring-loaded. Wait. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, they are. Hold on. Let's go back here. Let's just reset this real quick. Note that stabilizer fin grenades are unfolded as after the launch, because I think they fold in and around the base of the rocket and then slide into the tube with the freaking black powder charge. A propellant charge made of black powder has been loaded into a cardboard case, which was attached to the grenade before loading. This piece right here, it's so grand. Oh man, it's just, wow. I mean, this is basically the RPG-2. It just seems so not long. I think is my issue with it. It just seems so small. Like this could be just ever so slightly longer. Like the front end I'm pretty happy with in terms of length, but maybe the back end could be just a little bit longer. But I'm not going to be too concerned about it for right now. So yeah, let's make a rocket. Making this rocket super easy because the parts that we have are already pre-formed for us. Like I said, I've done this before for the AMP-69. Where be the pieces I used for it? Oh boy. Also, I want to say that this is cool, but not what I'm looking for. Though it could potentially be used in the future for other forms of this. Is this piece not in here? I thought it was. Oh, nope, there it is. So boom, put this here, take this. That honestly probably is the most advanced portion of it, and that's the sad part. Put this here, and then put something like, is this like a real sharp? No, it's just a, let's just do something like this on the front end. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And then doing a base around. Wait, we should have a. Do we have a solid version of this? Hold on a second. Is it in here? Yeah, right here. This is a solid version. Alright, so if we just taken, really? Okay. Just put a 3 through this. And then a flat one of these. Right there, maybe? We'll do this here and then adjust this up or down based on where we need to. I don't know why I'm just duplicating this piece over and over again when I can go and get something longer. Yeah, so this, we need to move out to here maybe. Should be fine. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we just need to bulk this up just a little bit. Like so, and then do, can we possibly do that? Does a 6x6 fit in here? Please fit. It does. Awesome, 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 awesome. And then put this back in. Yes, 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 yes. That makes me super happy. Just like that. There's like two little back there. Alright, then we gotta skin this down to 4 studs. And I'm gonna think about doing a technique that I've seen Plaque Bar do. I've used it before as well, but I think his might do better because he uses these, whereas I use the smaller version of this, basically. 4 fit there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Yes. So put that there. This here. One more this. And now put it right there. Awesome. And then just grab, oh my gosh, I can't even find things. Grab these and put them where they go. I'm going to do the smaller version of these with the 2s. And then we'll do quote-unquote fins, because I'll leave the fins off of this so we can load this in here for the most part. I think, I mean, this is complicated stuff going on back here, but we'll figure it out as we go. And then damn Russians in there. Stupid. Gosh, this is annoying. I mean, basically just a version of this, but a different color, basically. Of black powder and cardboard. Oh my gosh. Gosh, what a stupid propellant. But, I mean, whatever. I guess it works, right? Gosh, it looks kind of stupid without the whatchamacallit on it, but I'm fine with that. So let's just right about here, I think. Yeah, this should be fine. So inside on this, we have to go to about here. So this is pretty simple because now all we're going to do is come through and delete this stuff out that's in the way. That should be fine. And then to load such things, just put that piece there. And then put like a 2 here. Right there is in the middle. And just to make sure that this can still be loaded in, just grab this and just make sure, because you don't want there to be any surprises when you try to pick this whole thing up. It's my dream car, Mustang 429 Boss. I'm a Ford person. If I'm not doing the Mustang 429 Boss, I'm doing a Ford, what's it called? Oh, it's going to kill me. Mark 40, I think. Yeah. GT40. There we go, GT40. But I think for the GT40, I would go with the newer version and not the old version. Because there is an older version, but I think I like the newer version better. So, if you haven't noticed, I'm I'm a Ford guy. Either of those work. I'm not really into like super hyper cars, like the extreme cost, huge amounts of money to get cars. Something real simple and old works just as well in my books. Boom. Okay, got it. Now we can press this and delete and move this out of the way. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, look at the RPG-2. Don't worry. It's everything that we needed. For the sake of this, we're gonna make this black. Let's also save this as the work in progress version too, because we're about to color it. Sorry. Make this black. Hide that. Hide that. And then everything, not the warhead, is going to be dark green. And then the powder charge that was made out of cardboard was going to be in earth blue. Because it's kind of got a bluish tint to it here. And then doing, let's just do this, and I'm fine with doing it in a black. This portion we're going to do inside of a standard brown, and then do this, because there's like bands that come around this. Both ends. Like so. And all of this can be black, and the hammer can be black. This portion will be in the lighter gray, and then that grip, honestly that color, yeah, that color's fine. Boom. We have an RPG-2. Super simple. So I think what's interesting about this is 615 millimeters long. Let's look at the RPG-7 real quick. 650, 650, 650, 650, 650. Overall length 650 millimeters. If further development of the previous RPG-2. So I think what would be interesting is, oh my gosh, we can make an RPG-7 out of that. Oh, because it's like the same base tube. Oh my goodness. Literally this pistol grip that we just made is all the same. This front end is the same. And then like right where we get to the piece of wood, it would all be relatively different. But we could totally make an RPG-7 out of this. Oh my goodness, that's kind of funny, to be honest with you guys. Sadly, that one is probably more reliable than the real one. Yeah, probably, to be completely honest. I mean, primitive technology using cardboard and black powder. Not even gunpowder, but black powder. Though I guess potentially pretty safe, considering black powder has a lot less load to it than gunpowder. Gunpowder is liable to, really hurt you if it out of battery detonations, but this is probably not. Also, this is pretty unique. I didn't know this was possible. I know that this is a special one, version for airborne troops, and disassembled for transportation or airdrop, but this is pretty cool that this is possible. Oh, and then we could do a different type of grenade for it instead of the standard one. That'd be pretty cool. But this is definitely possible. Also, I don't like the telescopic sight, so doing like a basic sight would be more my style. But while we're talking about sights, we definitely need to put the RPG-2 sights on. They seem pretty basic, in all honesty. Where's this first one at? I don't really know. I mean, I don't think a lot of people know what this sight picture looks like. I think I have an idea of what it might look like, but I'm not entirely sure. We need to get out of black. Why are we even trying to work in black? I can't see. I can't count studs like that. Apparently I can't even click on the right ones. Put something like that there, and then do like a flat piece. No. We'll do these, because we're going to make this 3 studs wide. And then we're going to do, oh, how am I going to do this? Oh, this is such a pain. I hate doing iron sights. We'll just do something like this. I think they're ladder style sights, and I saw a really cool version of that. I think my different username did something like this for something. I think maybe his Barrett. I think. Just not entirely sure. So we'll do something like that, followed by, just do a 3 one of these instead. And then do, I mean, it sticks up relatively high, so what, 7 high? Did he? I can't remember correctly. I mean, if he did, I definitely want to be able to like credit him, so. His were a lot more simple than what I'm trying to make this, though. Because all he did was, I got this. I got an idea. If we just put these here, and then do a 3 here, a 1. Oh my gosh. Put one of these here. Do a hinge piece here. I haven't watched Satsunave's content in a long time. I'm pretty sure it was my different username. Put a 2 here, a 1 here, a 1 here, 1 there, and then do gosh, this isn't even fit. Alright, no problem. Let's just do welcome back. God, these sights. Ugh, I still hate making iron sights. They're just absolutely the worst. I mean, this is good enough. Like, oh yeah, you want different ranges? Use different. Yeah, that honestly, I don't care. I don't care anymore. It doesn't even matter. Though I do want these to fold entirely flat. So we are going to bring this up by just one stud. Yeah, I like the idea. I've seen someone else do it. I just can't remember who. And I like them. This back one especially is my favorite. I just cannot remember who did it for the life of me. I don't even know if they fold in real life, but there we go. So this is going to be version 1. I just think this grenade in the end of it, I don't know, it looks dumb. I don't like the grenade that's in the end of this. So I think what I'll do is delete it out. Oh yeah, that looks way better. And then save this as a version 2. And then when I get the time, I'll get the AMP-69's grenade and use it because that thing looks way better. I think, anyhow. This just looks so much better. Alright, well, mission accomplished. I think maybe next stream we might be looking at doing the RPG-7. I mean, it's super classical. It's in come on, it's in almost every Call of Duty game there is. It's so prevalent. I think the funny thing is that these are horribly unreliable in terms of trying to hit things, and it's still in every game ever. So, I mean, plus it's super easy to make because it's basically the same thing I just did, but slightly modified. So, we'll see when we get there. Maybe, maybe not. I think it'd also be really cool to have a Russian Grenadier loadout of this in my custom. If we just take a look real quick, just use this. So we come down to AK-47. So we've got this custom AK-47 that I did. So this has a M4 buffer tube stock on it. If we just come back here, it has an M4 buffer tube stock on it, like the super minimalistic version. It has a grenade saddle on it for the 40mm grenades for the GP30 that's up here. It's got the airburst upgrade from the Elysium movie with the sight and the laser on the end of it. It's got the Modern Warfare 2 style of polymer furniture handguard up here as well. The magazines, by the way, are also taped to one another, so you can see that they're right beside one another, hooked in, and then there's a muzzle brake on it. So imagine someone running around with this, but then they also have an RPG-7 strapped to their back with that going on as well. So imagine that type of Grenadier loadout going on. That right there is just... Oh man, not only do you have airburst ammunition in your AK-762x39 airburst ammunition, but you've got the GP30 40mm grenade launcher, and then strapped to your back you've got the RPG-7. So you can just start, lighting people up left and right. But yeah, that's it for this stream. I think I would too. That'd be pretty intimidating. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I'm going to render this in some pretty high quality settings and a really big aspect ratio and post this to Discord. So all the peeps in there can judge me and how it does not look like an RPG-7. We'll see. There's going to be a little experiment going on there. And we're going to see exactly how many people get it. We'll see. Thanks so much for coming out and watching. See you guys later in another live stream at a different time.